And I think there's a real amazing recognition too that packaged goods give you safe products, and there's a hygiene factor there that gives comfort to consumers, both in storage but in consumption. And then on the flip side, you have an emerging need that was always there of people's well-being coming in, but really seeing now with COVID-19, a desire to self-heal and also have an immunity defense. So how do I be proactive about my health? How do I take care of myself in more ways? And if I'm snacking more at home, what can I do more often? So, we're seeing a mindfulness there as well around, I want to eat better because I'm eating either more or I'm eating different. I have a chance now. I think value is going to become quite important, but value is going to take on a different definition too. It's not always going to be just about price. It's going to be what fulfills me emotionally, what fulfills me physically, where I think the function is now coming in. So we talked about well-being a little bit. What are those foods that add value aside from vitamins and medicine? Because now I need to have a defense shield around me because there are going to be bugs everywhere and I don't want to live in fear. So how do I take control in my life? I would say how we manage our stress. I mean, talk about anxiety, but our stress management day to day, we are being overloaded in new ways of the environment at hand, but also just different ways of working and trying to adjust. How do you help people with their sleep? How do you help people with their focus? I mean, we joke is the distractions are coming in typically on our phone, but now they're coming in through the door. And how do you have all these news coming in? So how can I give focus to attention? I would say I've probably never stared at my screen so much in my life. How do I fix my eyesight? How do I protect what I'm looking at? And, different things that we may not even be aware of doing it. Posture, it's just like you think of ergonomics and how we sit, we have standing tables. I think there's also going to be the indulgence. Like, don't kid yourself. This is also, living well is on both sides. Having that decadence, taking care of yourself is going to be both. And I think you may find also what are those really small, rich pleasures that you can see as affordable. Where we sit in SnackFutures as a bit of a startup team and an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur team is how do we pivot? We are seeing where you see the return to core SKUs and the retailers as they're trying to streamline their operations and we're trying to streamline our operations to meet those demands. You're going to see the flip side is new products are going to take longer to get on shelf because just the mental bandwidth of buyers is harder right now because they're just trying to keep the operations going. So for innovation, it's where else can we go and can we pivot? So we've done a lot to e-com and direct to consumer. So even that behavior of where people are buying shifting. We've clearly seen almost a historic experiment of when you stop human behavior in certain ways, how the planet heals. The skies are clearing up, the water is clearing up, animals are breeding again. So for me, it's very hard to deny the direct correlation of human behavior on the planet and the impact that we have. And so that is a wonderful consciousness that's being raised in a really quite visible way. The question is, how much do you pay for it? So while I think Mother Nature is finally telling us to go to our rooms, I'd love to say I respect her and value her more than ever because it was also the one place of fresh air that I can go out and walk. Mother Nature has been the one place that we've been able to find some comfort in outside if we've been social distancing to recharge. Hopefully there's a desire to take care of the planet. I will say back to the economy, it's going to be in conflict because I think self-preservation, the thing closest to you is first. So we may see a bit of a tension of what I want to pay for, but can I afford it? And I do think there's a responsibility in a way that we can come out of this to find an elegant solution for both. How do we figure out how to go back to big production and a life of consumerism, but doing it in a way that is way more sustainable so that we don't tripwire this again. I would start thinking about what are all the behaviors and shifts today that are likely going to stick tomorrow, and how are you going to best serve them tomorrow? So that's one is, of all the things in our world that has changed, what is likely going to linger and be more of a permanent, and start playing with what are the different ways of doing it. The other is stop assuming that just because it's been done for the past 100 years, that that's how it's going to be done tomorrow. We are seeing things that have been in plans, whether it's boomers learning how to shop online or to do their banking online, the check industry. What are those radical shifts that are just overnight going to go away when this thing is done? Because things just got accelerated. So the adoption rates of certain things are now today. And so how are you going to address that tomorrow?